It's the new HBO series that's already got people talking. It's called The Deuce, and it's set in New York Times Square in the 70s when pornography and prostitution went from being a back alley commodity to a billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, James Franco plays twin brothers Vincent and Frankie Martino, and one is a bartender with 2 kids and a wife in Brooklyn, the other a gambler with piling mob debts.
James Franco, it is so good to see you.
Good to be here, thanks.
Hey, so this show, I mean, I'm old enough to remember New York in those days, okay? I went to high school not too far from there. What was it like recreating this thing? Because it really is spot on.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're talking like, we can't go down to 42nd Street and shoot there now. It's just a completely different place. And, I mean, maybe you can tell us, but like, you look at those old Scorsese movies, Taxi Driver and stuff, and he'll go down 42nd Street, and it's like, you know, marquee after marquee. It's just it was a whole different world. New York was a completely different place. We had to shoot way uptown, and it was kind of incredible the way they made everything over. And from what I mean, you tell me.
Yeah,
I've been told
when I looked
that
at
the movie,
I
that the
kept
show
thinking,
is
how
like,
did they recreate this?
Yeah,
I thought
really
maybe you
is.
built it on a back lot or something because it was so accurate.
Yeah. No, I mean, one of the nice things about New York, if you can find the places, there are still old locations and you can still get that flavor. But it's not tough. I mean, that's the thing, because I directed 2 episodes of the season, and I'm watching all these, you know, old Scorsese movies, and then I'm just getting so frustrated because I'm realizing, wait, back in the day, he could just put the camera anywhere, and it's 70s, and here we have to do so much work just to, you know, make every frame look, you know, correct.
I'm really curious about directing. I have a quick question. When you do a take and you're directing and you're the actor in the scene, do you go back and talk to your DP, or do you do like video review to see if you liked it?
That's a whole conversation that, you know, there's a lot of actors that direct themselves, but this is that times 2 because I play twins.
Which is the
so
other
then it was like,
thing here.
It could be the ultimate like mind whatever. So like, I talked to Bryan Cranston about it a lot, where, you know, he directed some of the Breaking Bad episodes. As a director, you go in, you kind of work everything out. You know what you want out of each scene, right? And you've worked that all out. You've talked to your cinematographer. You know what shots you're going to do. And so by the time you step in front of the camera as the actor, you already have an idea of what you want out of the scene. And as an actor, you're just sort of an extension of that. So it's actually, if you have the right people around you, it's not that hard. And you can lean, the danger that everyone thinks about is, oh, he's just going to spend all of his time on himself. It's all, you know, this ultimate like ego stroke, like.
But you're playing 2 guys. How do you play? How do you play?
I favor one. I favor one over the other.
Back in the old days, you know, there was the line they couldn't cross because it was the same actor playing it. But here, you guys are crossing and
do it.
Yeah, I mean that's the old
Back in the
style.
70s.
Yeah, you would just not, you know, you'd keep the camera locked off, do one, you know, change the makeup and come and do the other one. And we do actually do some of that. I mean, we are on, you know, it's HBO, but you still are on a budget. So when you're doing that as a director, part of that is like, okay, am I going to go for the full green screen? And, you know, but that's going to cost me a certain amount of money. That means like I get fewer period cars in this scene. Like that's actually one of the dances you do as a director. But yeah, I mean, they got all the techniques now. I could, you know, make out with myself. I could do anything. I mean,
wow. Well, you went there, James.
I didn't.
What you really wanted.
They went there in Alien. Michael Fassbender made out with him. So I didn't go there on this one.
Last time I saw you, you had the mustache for this role, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So we've actually got you guys with some mustaches.
Oh.
I think we have a nice little mock-up here. Speaking of the technology.
This was actually just out of high school. This was when I was in college. That's
I need that photo for reference for season 2.
You fit right in.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
You
Wait,
were
that's
you
not
were
me.
in.
It looks like a caterpillar.
You look older.
It looks like a caterpillar.
You look like kind of like William Macy's brother. That's great, James Franco.
Oh, please turn that off.
Thanks for not putting one on me.
Well, if you had a mustache, that's a whole other story. Anyway, The Deuce premieres this Sunday on HBO. It is terrific.